Hello everyone, my name is Denanti Nuriwani. I'm a master student study landscape architecture in Bart University. Today I would like to present you our study with my supervisor Pelin Keçecioğlu Hoja. And without further ado, let's begin. Our study titled A Global Perspective on Quality of Urban Life, a comparative analysis of spatial quality criteria. In this study, we propose a comprehensive framework to evaluate quality of urban life based on spatial indicators. By analyzing case studies from Jakarta, Istanbul, and Kyoto, we demonstrate how livability can be better understood and designed through the lens of landscape architecture. The acceleration of urbanization worldwide has introduced profound challenges to the quality of urban life, particularly in terms of social cohesion, environmental sustainability, and spatial organization. According to the World Health Organization, urban planning must adopt a comprehensive approach that addresses well-being in its entirety. However, there remains a lack of a standardized, universally accepted framework for assessing the quality of urban life itself. This study explores four major questions, which are what defines quality of urban life from a spatial perspective, how do cities implement these definitions, what are the effects of spatial differences on urban experience, and can we build a comparative adaptive framework that applies across cultural contexts? To answer these questions, we adopted a mixed method approach combining literature review, spatial indicator scoring, and comparative case study analysis of Jakarta, Istanbul, and Kyoto. Each criterion was scored on a 1 to 5 scale to create measurable comparisons, and the selected case studies each reflect a unique urban context, such as Jakarta faces infrastructural and ecological limitations, Istanbul balances modernization with cultural heritage, and Kyoto exemplifies planning foresight with strong aesthetic and environmental values. The quality of urban life indicators, we structured our assessment around 8 indicators: human scale and accessibility, mixed use development, public spaces and green areas, sustainability and environmental considerations, density and building design, cultural and historical context, infrastructure and technology, and aesthetic and visual quality. These as critical dimensions shaping the livability. Um, by comparing scores across all indicators, we identify where cities excel and where they face challenges. The comparative table serves as a diagnostic tool to assess quality of urban life performance and guide strategic improvement. The human scale and accessibility. Human scale refers to designing urban spaces, buildings, and streets that is relatable and proportionate to the human experience, while accessibility in urban design ensures that all individuals, regardless of their physical abilities or social status, can easily and safely access public spaces, services, and amenities. In Jakarta, it still heavily prioritizes motorized transportation, while in Istanbul has begun transforming pedestrian access through Vision 2050 strategies. And Kyoto itself, it stands out with its walkable street grid and human scale design rooted in traditional urban planning. Mixed-use development is a key principle in urban design that promotes the integration of residential, commercial, cultural, and sometimes industrial spaces within the same area or building. All three cities, Jakarta, Istanbul, and Kyoto, demonstrate mixed-use integration through developments like in Jakarta, there's a Tamrin 9, and in Istanbul, there's a Galata Port, and Kyoto Station in Kyoto, they showcasing how diverse functions can be spatially integrated to enhance the urban vitality. This criterion examines the quality of each city's public spaces and green areas. Public spaces in all cities serve essential ecological and social functions. Yet, while Kyoto achieves widespread access and design quality, Jakarta and Istanbul vary in green space quantity and community engagement. In this criterion, it emphasizes in the energy efficiency and renewable energy, pollution control, sustainable water management, biodiversity and habitat conservation, waste management, and climate resilient urban planning in each cities. Jakarta invests in large-scale climate defenses like the giant sea wall. Istanbul incorporates waste to energy and clean water systems, while Kyoto leads in renewable energy integration and small-scale ecological resilience. In this criteria evaluate how the built environment affects comfort, accessibility, aesthetics, and the overall functioning of cities. The variables such as population and build density, building height and massing, street to building proportion, and architectural quality. In contrast to Jakarta's vertical growth, Istanbul hybrid density, Kyoto maintains strict height and massing regulation to protect historic and its visual integrity. These variables are wait. Yeah, these variables of the assessment include heritage preservation, cultural identity, and urban morphology and adaptive reuse and urban regeneration. Cultural heritage influences urban planning uniquely in each case. In Jakarta promotes localized identities, Istanbul revitalizes architectural heritage, and Kyoto enforces design ordinances to preserve visual harmony. The infrastructure and technology criterion in the quality of urban life assessment focuses on how well a city supports daily life, efficiency, connectivity, and innovation through both physical infrastructure and smart urban systems. The variables of the assessment include digital infrastructure and smart city technology, public transportation and mobility systems, and green infrastructure. Smart cities technologies in Jakarta, example Jaki app, and in Istanbul, it promotes public service digitization, and in Kyoto's integration of energy and green infrastructure reflect each city's evolving infrastructure and strategy. The evaluation of these last criterions, it includes visual appeal and coherence of the city, landscape design quality, sense of place, integration of public art, and maintenance and cleanliness. Each city engages visual aesthetic identity differently. While Kyoto strict signage laws and design ordinance ensures scenic unity, Istanbul and Jakarta use only renewal projects to elevate the visual coherence. In the discussion, our analysis reveals that context-sensitive planning, rather than standardized frameworks, leads to the most meaningful urban outcomes. Kyoto's long-term planning contrasts with Jakarta and Istanbul's evolving strategies. In conclusion, quality of urban life must be approached as a dynamic and place-based construct. Landscape architecture is central to interpreting, designing, and sustaining livable urban features. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining us in our presentation, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.